Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in this episode of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I'll be reviewing the 25th movie from the Detective Conan stable called The Bride of Halloween. Detective Conan was created by Gosho Ayama, who coincidentally has also directed this film with Susumu Mitsunaka. This film has been written by Takahiro Okura. This review should reach you just in time for the release of the 26th film of the franchise called The Black Iron Submarine, which will hit theaters in Japan on April 14th, 2023. After the miss that was The Scarlet Bullet, the previous Detective Conan film, which was the 24th feature film of the franchise, seems like Gosho Ayama, the creator of the Conan universe, decided to get involved personally to come up with a better film. Now, of course, The Scarlet Bullet was not a flop or something, not even close. It was apparently the second highest grossing Japanese film worldwide, grossing $102.5 million at the global box office. I'm not going to sit here and even remotely entertain the idea that me not liking the film. Side note, the review of The Scarlet Bullet has been out for close to 2 weeks now. Please check it out just in case you're curious. Self plug done. Where was I? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and even remotely entertain the idea that me not liking the film is in any way gonna be what the world thinks, and in turn, what will get reflected in the box office collections. No, that's not what I'm getting at all. But maybe, just maybe, Mr. Gosho also felt that movie 24 was underwhelming, and maybe that's what prompted him to take up the direction duties. That's just speculation on my part, and I'm not going to go around verifying if my speculation turned out to be accurate or not, because whatever was the reason for him to get involved with the direction of this film, and whichever were the factors that led to this movie turning out the way it did, I'm happy about all of this. Because unlike movie 24, aka The Scarlet Bullet, The Bride of Halloween is good. It may not hit the heights of Captured in Our Eyes, which is still my most favorite and I think the best film of this franchise, but The Bride of Halloween manages to be entertaining and engaging. Here, as I mentioned in my review of movie 24, the character or the characters who are given prominence after Conan and his immediate partners in crime are the Metropolitan Police Department, and from it, primarily Detective Sato, along with Takaki, and Furuya Rei, aka Amuro. If you need to know who this Furuya is, you can quickly check out my review of Zero's Tea Time, and for the full length answer, start watching the TV show. Now, going back to the review, Conan in this case has a proper investigation on his hands, and the stakes are insanely high, involving many lives. Not gonna spoil it any further, if at all I did back there. In this film, apart from the main mystery, Conan's value system is also on display, and there is an effort made to showcase his heart and not just his mental prowess. Basically, unlike a Sherlock Holmes, Conan is a normally functioning human being and not a sociopath. And this film aims to showcase the social aspects of Conan, like how he always shows up for his friends. Additionally, the friendships of Furuya from his past are significant plot points and are woven into the narrative in the form of flashbacks. And I think this is what was missing in The Scarlet Bullet. In that film, the emotional core was flimsy to the point that it was all about mystery and action and adventure. In this film, all the three are there but are backed and held down firmly by strong emotions. One point to note is it is very clear that this franchise is focused on creating strong female characters, alright? Well, strong except for Ran and Ayumi. Ran for the older Shinichi to save and Ayumi for the younger Conan to save are the perennial damsels in distress. Of course, the difference here is that all the quote unquote strong female characters have been through hell and back thanks to them being assassins, scientists, and cops, basically adults. But even then, Ran is especially infuriating throughout her appearances in this franchise, even if I can give Ayumi a pass because, well, she's just a 7-year-old child. In this film, too, there are multiple strong female characters who are quite memorable and major strong points of this film. With its many layered plot and compelling character motivations, The Bride of Halloween is a strong comeback for the Conan franchise in terms of films, and one that will surely be able to engage you throughout its runtime, and maybe, just maybe, be able to influence you to check out the Metante Conan universe. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening. Please do give this podcast a follow on your preferred podcast platforms and YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Podcast Plural for links to my upcoming episodes and memes about movies, and of course, my beloved Arsenal FC.